How you going, everyone? Bit of a different video today. Today I'll be showing off how to put together this pirate themed knight I've done. This video is going to be somewhat of a tutorial for giving metal stuff more of a cast iron texture and appearance, as well as how to freehand wooden planks on your miniatures. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, first off, to give the texture of cast iron, I've mixed together some Tamiya basic, you remember specifically basic putty filler, as well as some plastic cement. And of course, normally it's just a 50-50, or just depends how thick and like crusty you want the cast iron to be. In this case, I'm having it to be a bit smaller since the knight is quite large. Now, I'm just going to bring it over to a few extra details I want to add. In this case, I'm going to be making some epoxy barnacles just to stick on the carapace of the knight. In this case, they are quite big, but you got to take into consideration how unrealistic Warhammer is in general. So, and also I just want to be more of a stylized, more visual thing instead of being all these tiny barnacles you could barely make out. But in this case, I'm just using some cheap rubber utensils to push in a hole and then wipe down or like push down the sides to create the barnacle appearance. Now over to the actual the color of cast iron. In this case, I'm just going to be doing it on the legs just to show off, and I'll do it over the rest of the skeleton. But first off, you want to put on a very loose coat of lead belcher. It doesn't have to perfectly cover the entire thing, but it can be patchy. It gives off the more randomness texture of cast iron. And then you're going to want to mix together Macragge blue and then Corvus black together to get a bluish blackish majority black sort of paint. Of course, you can mix it to be more bluish or more blackish in your own miniatures. And then to give off a more weathered and a slight surface rust appearance on the cast iron, I've just gone over with a dry brush with Rhinox hide, and then I've just gone ahead and stippled that over, wiping most of it off, so it's just a very thin layer, so there's a somewhat brown appearance. And now I've just gone ahead and painted the entire skeleton, and I've just gone ahead and put the Citadel colors World Bearers Red, you can use any other sort of paint you want, into all the crevices where rust would build up. Now over to the wood paneling. This is a somewhat modified tutorial that I've seen online, so I'll leave a link down below. But in the first case, I'm just using scale 75 walnut for the base color, and then I'll be mixing sepia and Vallejo model black to produce the lines. After that, I just went over with the walnut again and cleaned up the line, and then just added a few more extra lines with the black and sepia just to brighten up the planks, and then I've gone ahead with just sepia to put the wood grain in. After that's done, I've just gone ahead and grabbed the scale 75 wood ink, and I've just done that into a glaze by heavily diluting it and then tapping the brush on the paper towel just to get rid of most of the water. And then I've just gone over and glazed on more of a darker woody brown, just to make those colors pop a bit more and be more realistic instead of a bright wood color. Alrighty, that's everything. I've just gone ahead and painted in the barnacles with a birch and then a altering grey as a highlight, and then I've gone ahead and added a green and a red shade from the Citadel line. Overall, I think it was more overhyped of how scary I thought it would be to try freehanding for the first time, but after really getting into it, it's not really as bad as a lot of people say, and I feel like it's quite easy to begin with. Of course, it is ideal to maybe start on a smaller model first, as I kind of overwhelmed myself with the amount of lines I had to paint, but overall I think I did a pretty right job for a first attempt. But let me know down below.